plumbing side has actually picked up to a point where it's almost, I wouldn't say it's self-sustaining, but it's like chugging along. And I see why these people love plumbing, right? So we have one plumber and he's booked out all week. Like, I don't have to touch him. I don't have to look at him. His schedule is just steady. And I'm actually thinking the other thing is like, we got this week, cause he's got some big jobs. Like he's not like a remodel, but it's just a big job and it's going to take 2 or 3 days with him. And I'm thinking, man, I'm double booking him during that time. Like, we have too much for you. And so I get why everyone loves plumbing and how it kind of offsets the HVAC slumps.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of different phrases for this. I think you shared one last episode, but HVAC is like the hottest girl you've ever met, but she's on crack. So like when it's good, and when it's bad, it's really bad. So that's HVAC. I basically agree with that. Whereas like, yeah, plumbing is pretty steady. You'll have these like on a revenue to tech basis, HVAC just blows the other trades out of the water. But if there's nothing going on, it just sucks up cash. You really have to be careful about that as you think about it. But yeah, plumbing's great. We like it. We accidentally made plumbing the base of our company. And HVAC will probably pass plumbing in total revenue in the next 2-3 years, just because it is so much. Once HVAC gets rolling and that ball gets going, I can understand how HVAC becomes the Goliath, because the tickets are so big. You don't need that many calls to drive a ton of revenue. It's easy to see how it happens. I think probably 2025, 2026, HVAC will pass plumbing, which would be big for us because plumbing currently is 2.5 times HVAC.
It's definitely, you can see how the scale of multiple units, and as you can learn how to really pull up those levers to get unit, it adds up real quick. Whereas in plumbing, if you're doing a repipe or something, you just do one repipe or
it's the same thing. It's like the flywheel in general. Maybe that's an episode we make sometime, but like we talked about it last time. Your service guys got stuck on an install, and because they got stuck on an install, they couldn't do service, which meant your salespeople didn't get continuous leads. And like, that's the flywheel. And what eventually happens is that flywheel just really starts turning and churning, which is awesome. And I feel like we've just gotten there in the last year, where now most of our job is just like keeping the flywheel going, which is mainly just dumping leads into service. Because if we can keep service full, then service will keep sales full, which will keep install full, and it just goes round and round and round. And that's just like staffing, right? Like, what's the ratios of staffing? How do you think about your sales guys? How do you think about your install capacity? Because you don't want to overstock sales and then not have enough install guys to keep up with it, because then you'll run up with the exact problem that you had, which is you have to, people are without heat, so you have to like take your service guys and put them into install, which then slows it all down. So you have to like try to grow them in tandem together or within reason.